best utilize all those guys and their skill sets.
Quickly, fades and hits. Dayron Sharp floats in the jumper.
And the interesting part, when we're talking about that, you're talking about 3 guys from Brooklyn. The way New York plays defensively, they give up a ton of three-point shots. So opponents average close to 38 three-point attempts per game. We talked about how the Nets want to get up more, want to get up 50. Well, how many?
28.
28. So,
yeah. Hard buries the corner 3.
So when we're talking about ball movement, how you're shifting and rotating the defense, what looks you're getting from against the defense, those are the things when you go back and look at film. Okay, how were we operating offensively? That was not a function of what we were getting in particular, because that's what we wanted.
Knicks shooting 54% for the game. Right, Sarah, the ball did not move tonight for the Knicks.
And for as much as you think of Tom Thibodeau and defensive mindedness of him as a coach, the strength of the Knicks.
Harden's again. Josh Harden tearing himself to these Knicks fans. 27 off the bench in his second game in a Knicks uniform.
I was going to say, it's more so on the offensive side, and you're seeing a lot of that. 123 points.
Smith hooks it in off the window.
And early on, Royal Abbott told or Megan tripled this at the half. Defensively, they were really solid in that first half. It was just a lot of tough shots from Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. A lot of that shifted here in the second half, and so much of it came from the quality of shots. And sometimes you're stretching your defense and put pressure on your defense based on the looks you're getting and how an opponent's able to flow into their offense. And we saw a lot of that here tonight.
Time for the defender drive of the game. What do you got for us, Sarah?
Nick Claxton, and no, this is not the dunk, this is the drive, coast to coast, off a defensive stop. Does an excellent job surveying the floor here and realizing he can keep it himself. Smooth with the lay-in for your defender drive of the game.
How about the dunk of the game, presented by Bigelow Tea? Yeah, it was.
A long drive. And you know what? We're going back to Clax. He's doubling up here for a drive and a dunk. Two-handed jam here off the miss. Oh, I take that back. Off the pass, Claxton punches it through for your Bigelow Tea dunk of the game.
Wednesday night on Yes. Do not miss the final Nets game before the All-Star break as the Brooklyn Nets host Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and the Miami Heat. Coverage begins at 7 with tip-off shortly after 7:30 on Yes and the Yes app. It's a big game. Miami also behind the Nets in the standings. Nets obviously would like to go into the All-Star break with good feels. It's been all positive feels despite what the Nets gave up around the deadline. They had a big win against Chicago, played a great game against Philly. You felt good. Tonight, obviously, a little change in how you've been feeling.
But look at those standings. I mean, the Nets still will sit fifth in the Eastern Conference, and that's, you got a little bit of a head start. I know a lot has unfolded for the Brooklyn Nets organization within the course of the past week, but take a look at where you're at and how you can figure out to piece together wins, and especially with, we were looking at these teams, the Knicks, this matters too, Miami, it's another big game for them. Don't be looking ahead to the All-Star break. Focus on what you need to do, and keep it simple. Like, that's been Jacques Vaughn's message the entirety of this season. That's a part for this group as well that's got to maintain.
Tanabe hits both. And Fournier in for the Knicks. Top in. Can't get that to drop. One of the things you look at, Sarah, just going up and down the box scores. Drew Smith hits the teardrop. The fact fact that Joe Harris had just one field goal attempt tonight, that is maybe the most glaring thing that jumps out in the box score, considering
in
how
17 minutes.
Right. Considering how hot he was the last 2 games, 6 for 9 from 3 in each of them. You obviously would like to see the offense generate more looks for Joe the way he came into this game.
Well, and same even, you're looking at that with Joe. Dorian Finney-Smith with just 5 shots, 4 of those 3-point attempts where he went 3 or 4 from 3, so he was getting looks. All of that, and that's a balance. Again, that's a balance of things that you continue to work on, but the shot distribution will be one of those in figuring out to how you get guys looks where they're comfortable at, and where your shots are coming from is going to be something that's a feel-out process.
Longest win streaks against the Knicks in franchise history. This was the second longest. 9 straight. It will end in 58 seconds of game action. Cam Thomas tonight, 7 points in 19 minutes, 2 of 8 from the floor. In the corner, Drew Smith can't hit the 3. Sharp playing hard. Finds a cutting Watanabe, able to swivel it in. 10-second difference, game and shot clock. Shot clock turned off. Nets are not going to attempt the final shot. Garden crowd will rise to its feet. And the Nets' 9-game winning streak against the Knicks is over.